up a storm, brewing up inside, and his eyes are wild and it can't go on. He's brewing up a storm, brewing up a storm, brewing up inside, and his eyes are wild and it can't go on.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're all very welcome to the LIT Conferring. My name is Terry Toomey and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies for today. This conferring ceremony is streaming live on YouTube, so if there's anybody who couldn't make it, they can pick it up online. A few housekeeping items before we begin. There are 7 emergency exits from this auditorium, 2 in each of the glass walls to the side, 1 to the left of the stage, 1 to the right, and then the entrance at the back where you came in earlier on. Could I also ask you to please switch off all mobile phones during the conferring ceremony? The formal proceedings begin today with the academic procession. I invite you now to please stand for the academic procession. Please be seated. I will begin by introducing the members of the conferring panel to you. To my right here is Mr. Niall Green, Chairman of the Governing Body of Limerick Institute of Technology. In the centre is Professor Vincent Canaan, President of Limerick Institute of Technology. And finally, Mr. Donncha McNamara, Head of the Faculty of Business and Humanities. I now call on Mr. Niall Green, Chairman of the Governing Body of Limerick Institute of Technology, to address you.
I never get used to wearing these off-shoulder dresses and they keep slipping off me. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Limerick Institute of Technology at Moylish on what is, by any measure, a landmark day for those of you who are graduating, for your families, and for your friends. Today is also an opportunity for the rest of us to share a little in the satisfaction which each of you rightly feels about having successfully completed your course. In celebrating that achievement, it is of course important to recognise those who have helped you along the way. Without them, your success would not have been possible. For the vast majority of you, the influence, the encouragement, the support, and in many cases the sacrifice of your parents and families has been crucial. Without that solidarity, you would not have been able to benefit from the dedicated efforts that the teaching and support staff of the Institute have put into your education and training, and more widely, into your development as people and citizens. The friendships that you have made here are an important resource for your future lives. You have helped each other through the past few years, and an effort to maintain those links is well worthwhile. Social, business, political and interest group networks are increasingly important in all of our lives. They are all the better when they are based on the friendships and mutual support forged in college. This series of graduations, and this is our second graduation ceremony in this series, having started this morning, but it's the first since 2004 in which Dr. Maria Hinfler is not participating as President of LIT. Maria left us earlier this year to become Vice-Chancellor and Chief Executive of Glendower University in Wales. In her 12 years at LIT, Maria made a singular contribution to the Institute, to the wider Irish education system, and to the entire educational, social, economic and cultural life of the Limerick area. But a receding tide is always followed by an incoming one, and today we are welcoming Professor Vincent Conan to his first graduation season as President of LIT. He already has a distinguished record of service to this area as a lecturer, senior researcher and senior manager at the University of Limerick, and later as Chief Executive of Shannon Development. He is very familiar with the Institute of Technology sector from his time as President of Sligo Institute of Technology, from whence he joined us. I'm sure you will want to join me in wishing Vincent every success in his new role at LIT. Those of you who are graduating today are part of the most highly educated generation that Ireland has known. And you are emerging from the education system at a time when employment opportunities in Ireland are expanding rapidly. Many of you are already in jobs and have been during your courses. It is true that not all sections of society and not all parts of the country are feeling the positive effects of the return to growth to the same extent. But it has certainly been felt by those seeking employment in the medium and high-tech sectors, and particularly here in the Midwest. And those of you who see your occupational future in the various public services and in the cultural and service sectors are also beginning to see an improvement in your fortunes as demand in the economy and taxation revenues rise. Most people are familiar with the expression, the pips are squeaking, as a way of describing a situation in which the resources available are inadequate for the task in hand. It certainly describes the position of LIT and the 12 other institutes of technology that are struggling to educate ever larger numbers of students and to maintain the quality of everything they do, with only minimal increased operational funding and the very uncertain availability of capital funding. Notwithstanding these severe financial pressures, our staff continue to do an outstanding job in meeting the needs of our students and in helping them to get outstanding results and achieving high levels of postgraduate employment. It is clear that the lack of a clear national strategy for the funding of third-level education at both capital and operational levels is now a serious national issue. Uncertainty and stop-go is a totally inadequate basis for funding a sector that is so critical to the achievement of the country's strategic and economic and social goals. The expert group on third-level funding, led by Peter Cassells, has done groundbreaking work in analysing the issues and the options for future operational funding policy, and the conclusions of that report require early and priority attention by the Government and the Higher Education Authority. And the President will be saying some further words on this issue in his address later. It's a major challenge for the government to get a workable formula that balances the financing needs of third-level education, equitable access to the system for people from all socioeconomic backgrounds, and the other high priority, and balancing those with the other high priority demands on the public purse. Notwithstanding these uncertainties in the financial area, we are fortunate in LIT that through creative work with NAMA, the Higher Education Authority and the Department of Education and Skills, we've been able to secure space for an eventual additional 1,000 science, technology, engineering and mathematics students at a new facility at Kuna. And we have in the recent past also established a new fashion enterprise incubator in Limerick City Centre, a strength and conditioning training centre in Thurles, opened a new enterprise centre in Clonmel and consolidated our presence in Ennis. We are also very alert to the opportunities that are opening up for us in Limerick within the framework of the Limerick 2030 project headed by Dennis Brosnan. These are all key building blocks in our plans for the development of the Institute out to 2030 and on our strategic commitment to the educational, social and economic development of Limerick, Clare and Tipperary. For those of you graduating today, your third level qualifications equip you to benefit personally from increasing opportunities in the labour market and to contribute to the development of our society more widely. Half of our entire labour force now comprises people with third level qualifications, and they have much higher employment levels and significantly higher lifetime earnings than those who have been less fortunate in the educational sphere. It is vital that the knowledge and skills you have developed here at LIT are used not just for your own benefit, but also to contribute to the building of a society that extends the fruits of modern civilization to all of our citizens. I congratulate each of you on your achievements, which are being commemorated here today, and I wish you a prosperous, satisfying and content future. Thank you very much.
I now call on Mr. Donncha McNamara, Head of the Faculty of Business and Humanities, to address you.
Chairperson, President, parents, friends, and most importantly, graduates. Well done, guys. On behalf of myself, Marion Duggan, James Collins, your head of department, Don Sadley, your head of department, and the whole faculty team here today. Well done. Congratulations. You've done really well. I realise standing here that I'm the last speech before you guys get your parchments, so I tend to try and keep this as short as I possibly can. Mulla Noiga agus Chucky-Chid is an Irish proverb that literally translated means praise the youth and they will come, grow, progress. But like most things that are translated literally, I believe the literal translation misses the sentiment of what is actually being said in that proverb. And the key word in the proverb is around oiga. And to me, what the Mulla Noiga actually means is spirit. Praise the spirit and it will progress. I've had the pleasure of being involved in your education for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, depending on what certificates, degrees, diplomas, master's programs you're picking up here today. Throughout that time, I have seen that spirit that has seen you overcome tough deadlines, bad results, late classes, on top of every other personal difficulty that you've had in your time getting to this particular room, day in your life. Of course, you haven't got there on your own. Of course, you've been helped along the way. Your friends, your family have all been here. but also what I like to call the LIT family. And that's the lecturing staff that you see sitting here today. The faculty that work so hard to foster and harvest that spirit, to try and encourage it. We can't give you it because you have it inside you already. What we try and do is to bring it out as much and as best we can. It's not just this faculty though. We try and get it in the whole culture of everything that we do here in LIT. It's what we like to see in our students, and in a few minutes, it's what we'll see in our graduates, you guys, when you pass out of here. During your years here, you've had some noticeable events. Our programs allow you to try and actively be involved in your learning. We go on field trips. We bring in guest lecturers. You participate in events. Our sports students continually involved with the Limerick Sports Partnership. But don't think we don't know that when we bring you on a project to a community group or a disability group, and you spend the day working with them as your voluntary time to earn credits in your class, that when the project moves on and the class moves on, that those groups don't feed back to us, that many of our students stay involved with those communities and give willingly of their time to those groups. And of that, we're very proud and we're very happy. Business students, we've tried to take you to Google. You visited companies around Limerick. Accounting students, we've made you as work ready as we possibly can. Maximum exemptions that you can achieve in the Irish education system. Law and tax students, the exact same. We have tried to instill in you everything that we would want, we as a group would want for you. And on behalf of myself and Marion, I'd just like to specifically thank the lecturing staff for the work that they have done in getting you to this place today. It would be remiss of me not to mention today, and the fierce work that goes into producing something like today. I'd specifically like to thank Linda Barry and her team, and Reedy and her team, but also, I guess, the people who make up that LIT family, student support services, admin throughout the college, caretakers, and pretty much everyone who works in LIT to try and get here and bring you through. The good news is, as you move on, our future is looking good. We have new programs coming down the track in sports coaching and development. Our numbers in both accounting and finance, law and tax are growing on a continual basis. In our business department, we've new programs in sales and business development, digital marketing, international business. Our students are availing of Erasmus opportunities, Nice, Malaysia, Denmark, Germany. We're doing well. I'm going to leave you. In life, guys, you don't remember every day. You're going to remember today. Take your time. Don't rush it. Enjoy every bit of it. And what you'll find is that Irish people are really bad. But at some point today, look at your friend, look at yourself, look at the people you've gone on this journey with, and say, God, I did well today. I did good. On conclusion, we get one day every year to tangibly look at how well we're doing. You guys are the product of what we do every single day. This year, we did great. Well done.
I now call on the President, Professor Vincent Cannan, to formally confer the LIT Awards on the graduates.
Our Kearney Institute, Brunam Dat Nachtani, Oglamori, the Institute, a Tataration Kagan Shin, a bhaint amach. Agus éireann go corfar na hóglamóirí sin i mo láthair, chun a béir a thuairt díomh go fearmúil. On behalf of the Institute, I hereby confer awards on the learners of the Institute who have achieved the standard for those awards, and I ask that those learners be presented to me so that I may formally present them with their parchment.
I now call on Professor Vincent Cannan to present the parchments and James Collins, Head of Sport and Finance, to announce the students.
President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses in the Faculty of Business and Humanities, Department of Sport and Finance, and are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Business Studies with Sports Management, and I request you present their parchments to them. Alan Benny. Michael Benson. Con Berkery. Corey Bond. John Canning. Patrick Carroll. Stephen Gleeson. David Hall. Padraig Hickey. Sean Horgan. Michael Joyce. Richard McAuliffe. Shane McNamara. Keith McNicholas. Ross Mellett in absentia. Aidan O'Brien. James O'Connor. John O'Donovan. Brendan O'Dwyer. Adam O'Neill. Peter O'Reilly. Niall O'Riordan in absentia and Colm O'Sullivan in absentia. Jeffrey Power. James Rabbit. Timmy Ray. Jeff Ryan. Thomas Ryan in absentia. Jordan Slattery. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses in the Faculty of Business and Humanities, Department of Sport and Finance, and are worthy of the award Higher Certificate in Arts in Sports Development and Coaching, and I request you to present their parchments to them. Gerard Markham, in absentia. Kevin O'Connell. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses in the Faculty of Business and Humanities, Department of Sport and Finance, and are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Business in Accounting and Finance, and I request you to present their parchments to them. Mesfin Abebe. Tamara Abramovich. John Carey in absentia. Della Collins. Colum Constable in absentia. Patrick Deedigan in absentia. Anne-Michelle Giroux in absentia. Kenneth Ellis in absentia. Magdalena Gayak in absentia. Natalia Guizazda in absentia. Maria Henar Hernando. Elizabeth Hogan. Pavel Keziorik. Garrett Kennedy in absentia. Lisa McDonough. Adrian McMahon in absentia. Sarah Mulcahy. Patrick O'Brien in absentia. Miriam Ray. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses in the Faculty of Business and Humanities, Department of Sport and Finance, and are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Business Honours in Accounting and Finance. And I request you to present their parchments to them. Rizwan Ahmed in absentia. Patrick Cahill. Maria Cleland. Darren Conmey in absentia. Niall Coughlin. Anne Crean. Kelly Dalton. Damien Devereaux. Stephen Dwyer. Anthony Flynn. Damien Glynn. Jawad Khan. Laura Lonergan. Elaine Marsh. Anita McGuinness. Declan McInerney. Gillian McNamara. Sally Minahan. Finbar O'Brien. Jessica O'Carroll. Rebecca O'Halloran. Christina O'Leary. Jack Rails. Deborah Ryan. Sharon Ryan. Sithak Ozil Sibanda. Elena Zerblinska.
I now call on President Professor Vincent Kinane to present the parchments and to Mr. Owen Sadler, Head of the Department of Business, to announce the students.
President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses in the Faculty of Business and Humanities, Department of Business, and are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Business in Marketing and Management. And I request you to present their parchments to them. Eric Clancy, in absentia. Maria Clifford. Evan Egan, in absentia. Emma Hickey. Frida Hickey. Adam Kinsella. Noel Kinsella. Andrew Minahan, in absentia. Susan O'Connor. Christopher Okeke. Rachel Redden, in absentia. The following candidates will be conferred in absentia: Thomas Ahern, Francis Cleary, Uzama Faisal, Serena Glennon, Robin Hamilton, Owen Horgan, Sarah Keary, Jason Lonergan, Dara Manning, Sophie Mannix, Edward Mellerick, Andrew Moran, Brian Mulcair, Liam Mullally, Bevan Neal, Andrew O'Brien, Sarah O'Brien, Clodagh O'Sullivan, Kamal Prasad, James Quinn, Niamh Ring, Stephen Ryan Doyle, Lauren Scanlon, Cian Stapleton, Jurati Vaikune. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses in the Faculty of Business and Humanities, Department of Business, and are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Business Honours in Marketing and Management. And I request you to present their parchments to them. Sinead Abercrombie. Christopher Andrews, in absentia. Brian Burke. Rory Burke. Aisling Burke. John Clausey. Michael Crehan. Amy Crehan. Brian Curtin. Jessica Dalton. Alan Dempsey. Laura Downey. Owen Doyle, in absentia. Sean Drought. George Eggleston. Jim Fitzgerald. James Flanagan. Mary Ann Fogarty. Dale Frawley. Pabitra Gurung. Pratibha Gurung. Kieran Hanley. Emma Higgins. Niamh Hoare. Ronan Keane. Thomas Kennedy. Brian McCawill. Paul MacDonald. David McGrath. Indre Monkekivute. Fiona Noonan. Rachel Noon. David O'Byrne. Siobhan O'Callaghan. Sean O'Connor. Laura O'Dea. Saffron O'Donoghue. Ryan O'Neill. Craig Power. Jean-Baptiste Ribange in absentia. Padraig Robinson. Patrick Roach. Anne Ita Ryan. Anne Marie Ryan. Darren Ryan. Gillian Ryan. Sophie Shine. Kevin Shire. Heather Starr. Luke Walsh. Saffron Verfelli. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses in the Faculty of Business and Humanities, Department of Business, and are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Business Honours in Law and Taxation, and I request you to present their parchments to them. Paula Cullen. Ciara Egan. Brian Gubbins in absentia. Charlotte Kenny Dooley. Kinga Kosiba. Zoe Maloney. Andrew McGrath. Hayley Maloney. Jennifer Nolan. Mary Power. Elaine Ryan. Orla Whelan. Sarah Yamak. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses in the Faculty of Business and Humanities, Department of Business, and are worthy of the award of Higher Diploma in Business Management, and I request you to present their parchments to them. Gerard Collins. Barry Flynn in absentia. Kieran Gallagher in absentia. Robert Gardner in absentia. Michelle Hill. Ross Keys in absentia. Keith Slattery in absentia. Mamata Thapa. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses in the Faculty of Business and Humanities, Department of Business, and are worthy of the award of Master of Business in Marketing and Management Strategy, and I request you to present their parchments to them. Edel Barrett. Paul Broderick. Ian Derwin. Orla Mary Fitzgerald Quinn. Thomas Healy. Emma Kinnivan. Shane Malone. Anya McDonough. Trevor McCarthy. Niamh O'Connell. Aaron Strabilski. Nicole Sweeney. Jean Wall.
We come now to the special awards ceremony for outstanding achievement, and I invite the President and the Chairman of the governing body to make the awards. Our first award today is the Ernst & Young Chartered Accountants Award, presented by Ciara Ahern of Ernst & Young. And I should mention also a former LIT graduate. The Ernst & Young Chartered Accountants Award is for excellence on the Bachelor of Business in Accounting and Finance. And the award goes to Lisa McDonough. Our next award is the Chartered Accountants Ireland Midwest Society Award, presented by Cathy McDermott and Laura Paisley of Chartered Accountants Ireland. The Chartered Accountants Ireland Midwest Society Award is for excellence in financial accounting on the Bachelor of Business in Accounting and Finance. And the award goes to Mesfin Abebe. Our next award is the Institute of Certified Public Accountants in Ireland Award. This award is presented by Mr. Adam O'Reilly of CPA. And the Certified Public Accountants in Ireland Award is for excellence on the Bachelor of Business Honours in Accounting and Finance. And the award goes to Jessica O'Carroll. Our next award is the Collector General Revenue Commissioners Award, presented by Anne Culhan of the Revenue Commissioners. The Collector General Revenue Commissioners Award is for excellence in taxation and law on the Bachelor of Business Honours in Accounting and Finance. And the adjoint awardees are Kelly Dalton and Elena Zerblinska. Our next award is the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants Ireland Award, presented by James Burke of SEMA. The Chartered Institute of Management Accountants Award is for excellence in financial management on the Bachelor of Business Honours in Accounting and Finance. And the award goes to Elaine Marsh. Our next award is the Allied Irish Banks Award, presented by John Fitzgibbon of AIB. The Allied Irish Banks Award is for excellence on the Bachelor of Arts Honours in Business Studies with Sports Management. And the award goes to Aidan O'Brien. Our next award is the Limerick Sports Partnership Award, presented by Phelim Mackin of Limerick Sports Partnership. The Limerick Sports Partnership Award is for excellence in the first-year project on the Bachelor of Arts Honours in Business Studies with Sports Management. And the award goes to Alan Benny. Our next award is the BDO Award, presented by Anthony Meehan of BDO. The BDO Award is for excellence on the Bachelor of Business Honours in Law and Taxation. And the award goes to Zoe Maloney. Our next award is the Northern Trust Award, presented by Damien McGettigan of Northern Trust. The Northern Trust Award is for excellence on the Bachelor of Business in Marketing and Management. And the award goes to Adam Kinsella. Our next award is the Southern Marketing Design and Media Award, presented by Mary O'Riordan of Southern Marketing Design and Media. The Southern Marketing Design and Media Award is for excellence on the Bachelor of Business Honours in Marketing and Management. And the award goes to Jessica Dalton. Our next award is the High Potential International Award, presented by Ryan O'Reilly of High Potential International. The High Potential International Award is for excellence in consumer behaviour on the Bachelor of Business Honours in Marketing and Management. And the award goes to Aisling Burke. We have a second award this year from Northern Trust, so I'd ask Damien McGettigan to join us again. The second award from Northern Trust this year is for excellence on the Higher Diploma in Business Management. And the award goes to Robert Gardner. And I'm going to ask Head of Department to go and collect it. Thank you so much. It will be passed on in due course. Our final award today is for the Masters. It's the Great Limerick Run Award, presented by John Cleary of Great Limerick Run. The Great Limerick Run Award is for excellence on the Masters of Business in Marketing and Management Strategy. And the award goes to Edel Barrett. I now call on the Institute President, Professor Vincent Canaan, to address you.
Akarja, ta ahas an known orm féin seo haniu, agus bhaid le macéad míle fáilte a chur ribh go léir. Friends, welcome. We're nearly there. Stay with me now, stay with me. But today, we are delighted to recognise you, our newest graduates. Today is a very special day for you, your families, but it's also a very special day for LIT. These are the days that make us tick. These are the days where we recognise our own for the commitment, for their ability, and the perseverance you have shown in achieving your qualifications. And this is also my first set of graduations as president of LIT, so it's also a very special time for me as well. And to the parents, the guardians, the spouses, and the families of the graduates, I also say heartiest congratulations. I'm sure there were times when you didn't think this day would ever come, but it has, and congratulations to all. But I know the graduates owe you their families a lot, and maybe the graduates could now stand up, turn to their families, and give those families a well-deserved round of applause. So, Very good. So you, the graduates, you've received your education from an institution whose roots in technical and artistic education go right back to the foundation of the Limerick Athenaeum in 1856. You now join a long line of graduates who have gone before you to take their place in society and to help mould it. This is part of the proud legacy that you take with you now, and this is something that you can take great pride in. I know the staff here are very proud of you as well, as indeed am I. And I hope you share that pride with your families and communities as well. You have received your education at an institute that puts its students at the very heart of everything we do. I'd also, on behalf of the graduates themselves, to thank all the staff of LIT who have helped you along the way, and sincere thanks to all of you as well. You graduate today knowing you have a good education, knowing you have a recognised and respected qualification. And that qualification is recognised internationally. It's recognised by employers worldwide. And we develop our programmes with industry, communities, state agencies and others. And you will benefit from this, as will your families and communities. Indeed, the economy and the state will be changed by you. You are emerging in an economy that has improved immensely since the time you entered LIT, and that is good news for you. About 9 out of 10 people who graduated from LIT last year either went directly into employment or into further education. It's a blah, 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 blah. Stick to the script, Vincent. We're very proud of that, but I hope that the figure for 2016 will be even better. Many of our graduates go on to postgraduate study here as well. In fact, we have over 100 people doing research postgraduates at the moment in a large number of areas. Not only that, but we are currently supporting 99 entrepreneurs in their businesses. And at each of our educational campuses, we have also co-located an enterprise centre. Many of the businesses we are supporting are receiving other supports from other state agencies, including Enterprise Ireland. So the economic backdrop to your graduation is one of increasing job creation here in the Midwest. And over 7,000 jobs have been created in the last 3 years or so. In the last 4 weeks alone, over 750 jobs have been announced for this region, and Limerick in particular. Companies like FASI, WP Engine, ACI, CASA Systems, to name but a few of the FDI companies. But also 40 jobs were created last week from an Indigenous company called Redfair, driven by Brian and Mike McInerney and Barry Yelverton. And guess what? All 3 of those people are LIT graduates. This is a business anchored in Limerick, which has operations on every continent. So I'm throwing it down to you, the graduates today, to see what you can do to increase our employment record. But each of these job announcements ensures further job growth in the services and related sectors. And we certainly hope that these jobs will add great value. The FDI jobs will lead to other jobs in the sector. This region has entered into a virtuous cycle where investors come here to capitalise on the assets the region has, chief among them being the supply of highly qualified graduates like yourselves. And these recent FDI announcements highlighted this factor as the main determinant of their decision to come to Ireland. The main determinant of the decision to come to Ireland was the availability of highly qualified graduates. Of course, the more they invest, the more economic activity increases and the more jobs that are created. And your careers will help give rise to further employment. But, and there is a but, As all of this economic activity continues, it will eventually falter unless a funding crisis in Irish higher education is resolved. Yes, I am saying that there is a funding crisis in the very sector that investors look at when deciding where to invest. The Higher Education Authority has identified the need for an immediate $130 million to be put into the Institutes of Technology in order to keep the sector effective, along with a string of other actions that need to happen. Just to give you some of the stark numbers that are affecting the Institute of Technology sector. Between 2008 and 2015, the state grant fell by 35%. Student numbers grew by 34%. Core staffing levels fell by 12%. And the academic student-staff ratio increased significantly. There was an absolute collapse in the capital investment program in the IoT sector. Now, all of this has happened while there is a double squeeze on higher education in Ireland. Larger numbers of young people than ever before in the history of the state will be looking for higher education from now on. There are simply more of them in the country. They've been born already. They are coming our way. And more employment is being created, and more of these jobs require higher education qualifications. In the end, what this means is that more people have more demands on Irish higher education. And we need to gear up for this. We need investment. And this investment, though, will pay off in spades. Two reports have highlighted this critical situation. The chairman referred to the Gasell's report on the future funding of the third level in Ireland. And there is a new report to be launched on the financial position of the IoT sector this week. And it has to be said that there's a stark reality at the heart of these reports. They clearly demonstrate serious underfunding of higher education in Ireland and points to a set of actions which must be undertaken to address the situation. The inescapable conclusion is that the prompt implementation of these actions is absolutely critical if the higher education sector is to continue to deliver the skilled graduates necessary to sustain the growth in jobs that we have recently seen. And third level education is a right. It's not a privilege. The new economy demands these highly skilled workers. We cannot afford as a nation to leave anybody behind. And if someone gets a third level education, particularly those at apprenticeship level, level 6, level 7, level 8, this brings huge benefits to society. It is transformative for certain cohorts of society. But the point is that it is society is the big winner overall with third level education, rather than just the individual. As for the Gasell's report on how we will fund students at third level, there is only one main point for me. The outcomes must ensure increased access to third level education and not lead to any decrease in access. This is what we all need. We have a golden opportunity to stand up and back ourselves now to the benefit of Irish society. It is time for real government action. What I'm talking about here is this country investing in its own people and its own future. And I can't think of a better way to sustain a good economy. The reality is that the challenges identified in this new report from the HEA are the same as those identified in the Gasell's report last July. So, it's fair to say that the diagnosis of the issues facing higher education in Ireland is now done, and we must move without delay to implementing the remedy. It is therefore of absolute importance that the actions set out in this new HEA report are implemented without further delay. And this includes new capital provisions and a new stability fund. If these actions are carried out, then LIT will be able to greatly strengthen its role as a generator of economic activity and employment for Limerick and the Midwest. And this will obviously benefit students, their families, communities, the region, and Ireland as a whole. LIT will work with the government, the HEA, and other stakeholders to achieve this. For our part, we in LIT are focused on implementing actions on specific projects that will produce skilled graduates and lead to further job creation. We in the Midwest, we have turned a corner, and we simply must act now to keep on this course. Our own Campus 2030 Capital Development Plan is underpinned by capital investment in key projects that include our new Kuna campus, as the Chairman has outlined. This will support growth in engineering, but it will also support, together with interconnected, large-scale developments in the city centre, the stimulation of the economy there and deliver further skilled graduates into the economy. The LIT Campus 2030 Capital Development Plan is fully integrated with the new and highly ambitious Limerick 2030 Plan. In fact, the investment in LIT is a central element of the Limerick 2030 Plan. But LIT has invested in our capital infrastructure. We've invested in industry standard equipment and facilities to ensure that our graduates have practical experience at the cutting edge. This was challenging. It's been challenging in times when the state investment in higher education has dried up completely. Nonetheless, we invested our own resources sensibly in targeted areas which will provide the optimum benefit to the economy and the optimum job prospects for our graduates. I'm finished now nearly. Emotionally as well. So I'm going to stop the politicking here and now. Today is really about celebration and reward. To the graduates, you have done it. You have made it through, and we in LIT wish you all the very best in the years ahead. We hope you remember us fondly, and please stay in touch through our alumni organisation. Indeed, I hope you've had the time of your lives. Gur míle maith agah go léir.
We've come now to the end of this conferring ceremony, and we'd like to thank you all for the manner in which you've participated in the ceremony today. Before we leave, just a few housekeeping items. The official photographers are located just off the main concourse outside here. And we'd also like to invite the graduates and their guests to join us for some light refreshments afterwards in the green rooms, which is the building down here to your left. I now declare this conferring ceremony closed. Please stand for the academic procession.